county near say. In fact, research has shown kids who attend early childhood programs are more likely to graduate from high school or to go off to college, but they are less likely to become teen parents or commit violent crimes. January 9th, 2018. In America, we strive, and it's very important to us, that we educate our youth, but our workers don't feel the same. They don't feel like their job is the top priority or just important. They never get appreciated, and the wages show as well. The wages for early childhood educators need to be increased because of the importance of developing the skills in the early stages of a child, the appreciation for their work, and the struggle of workers meeting their own family needs. First off, early childhood educators are a major contributor and influence in early developmental stages of a child on improving their skills. First off, educators start by doing lesson plans for a child to learn skills that are needed for everyday living. According to Dana Copeland from the editorial Early Childhood Educators are Unappreciated Workforce states, early childhood educators are responsible for the development of each child's foundational social, emotional, physical, cognitive, and language skills. December 8th, 2015. The educators focus for the social. They work with the kids how to make friends with others, and for their emotional, how to express their emotions to teachers and friends. And by physical, they develop by strengthening their fine and gross motor skills, and the cognitive is to get their abstract thinking going, and the language skills is to how to communicate with teachers, others, or even their parents. Another helpful skill that educators do is getting a child accustomed to a schedule. They have to get them prepared for kindergarten, middle school, and high school, and even college, and even the adult life to get accustomed to a schedule. And by the wonderful acts of play and activities, children get an early dose for subjects like science, math, art, and even English. Second off, the appreciation of work for the early childhood educators is at an all-time high, causing a push for the increase in pay to show importance. These type of educators are every week, daily, with these children. They're like a second parent to these children, and they're the main source of guidance and learning when their parents are at work. In 2020, by Teach, as a teacher of young children, you become somewhat of a surrogate parent. Their first source of guidance in playing with others and forming friendships. I work at a daycare myself, and I see this. We're basically like second parents. Some kids come at 7 in the morning and they stay till like 4 in the evening. And we have to teach them skills and everything with the schedule and everything. So we're basically like their second parent. Also, another way workers are unappreciated is early childhood educators' pay are drastically lower than other occupations like janitors or even secretaries. Health insurance is barely even covered or even received from the workforce of early childhood educators. On December 8th, 2015, by Dana Copeland, says the report states that 15% of the child care workers receive health insurance for their jobs, and the other 9.6 covered by the pension plan from their job. Both statistics are lower than works in other occupations. Lastly, there is a struggle of workers in the early childhood community having a difficult time meeting their own family needs with the low wages they receive. A prime example of one worker, Natalie Gaston, a preschool teacher for a nursery. She has trouble making ends meet with her 4 children at home from her low salary from her work. In an article, What a Pay Raise Would Mean for Early Childhood Education Teachers by Tanya Mosley, has Miss Gaston state, I have to have a second job in order for me to meet my family's needs. She gets home from her second job every night around 11 p.m., March 31st, 2017. Mrs. Gaston is not the only male or female that work in the early childhood education community. A lot more males and females go through the same process of having to work two jobs because of the income is so low for early childhood educators. And also, Gaston obtains a bachelor's degree, but her salary is $44,000 a year, showing it to be well above average to childcare workers. So she probably feels that that's kind of like a waste of time that she committed herself doing those 4 years or even 5 to become a preschool teacher or even a childcare worker, and receiving so low for a job that's so important to America and educating our youth. So, if the United States thinks educating our youth is so important and this is the main goal to become our country to be so successful, they need to start off by recognizing these workers, childcare workers, preschool teachers, kindergarten teachers, or every single teacher that involves with children. Because without them, many teachers have to leave and find different jobs, and that shouldn't happen. So the wages for early childhood education educators need to be increased because of the importance of developing the skills in early stages of a child, the appreciation of their work, and the struggle of workers meeting their own family needs.